Here's a 1937 Packard 115C Business Coupe, or Packard 6 Business Coupe. Underneath the hood, 237 cubic inches of L-head inline 6-cylinder, 3-speed manual transmission. 6-volt system with a new battery. Let's take a look at the chrome up front on this one. Look at that big grille. Chrome bumper. Headlight bezels. Cool color on this car. It's almost like the fenders are maybe just a tad darker, kind of a burgundy or wine metallic, and the body maybe just a shade lighter, kind of a plum metallic. It looks cool in this car. There's no doubt about that. Check out all the still pictures. You're gonna be able to see it from every angle. You'll see the underside, interior, engine bay, trunk. Those still pictures can be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, click on the link down below the video in the description. That's going to take you right there. Of course, you can call us 507-386-1726. Riding on Packard steel wheels, polished wheel covers, wide white wall bias ply, Silvertown tires. Great authentic look on this car. Take a look down this passenger side. You can see the paint's not full of any major nicks, dings, or scratches. You might find an imperfection or a little spot where it's been touched up, but overall this car shows well. It's not like you're going to run into one of these at every car show you're at, or roll in, cruise in. There you can kind of get an idea how I'm talking about. Just a little bit darker on that fender, and there's metallic in there. This thing has to look great out in the sunlight, even better than it does in here in the pictures and the video. Of course, the business coupe, you're going to have the huge trunk area and then 2 passenger seating. I guess I can show you how that is too. We'll get around to the driver's side, start it up, let you take a peek underneath the hood, listen to it run. But like I said, see, it had the seats that fold forward, 2 passenger, 3 I guess if you squeeze them up front, but theoretically 2 passenger seating. Headliner looks good. Love the interior. Again, we'll get around to the driver's side. Take a little closer look at that. Listen to how that door closes. They don't sound like that anymore. A few miscellaneous things you'll see in the pictures that'll go along with this. In the box is some trim pieces, an extra mirror. It's like part of a dash. The best part though, right up here, bumperettes, front and rear. That'll go along with it. So we will send that along with, as long as some miscellaneous, just kind of paperwork, receipts, what have you. And again, those still pictures can be checked out at uniqueclassiccars.com. Chrome in the rear bumper looking good. You can see paint has a nice shine to it all the way around this car. If you like Packards or you like some of these mid to late 30s vintage vehicles, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You never know what you'll see come through here at Unique Classic Cars. Videos are uploaded daily. When these videos are uploaded, the vehicles in them are available to purchase. And that can be done online or right off our showroom floor. This one's a beauty. I noted a little touch-up spot right back there. You can even see it. A couple real minor ones. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty few and far in between, and that's being pretty fussy. You can see the reflection of that paint. All right, a few notes from the technician that looked at this one in our service department. It does have a Packard carb on it yet. New master cylinder. No shakes or vibration. Brakes 100% in the front, 100% in the rear. Don't have to worry about those. I mentioned 6-volt system with a new battery. There is a battery shutoff that's kind of right in front of the bench seat. I'm going to show you that in a second. And he did mention odometer was in op, and there's some power train seats. Car that's driven. Nothing out of the ordinary. Look at the underside. You'll see what I'm saying. Very, very clean. Nothing crazy. There's that bench seat. Obviously been reupholstered. Nice gray fabric. Gray interior with the highlighted wine or kind of deep plum color. Again, that headliner. Beautiful shape. All right. So battery disconnect. Battery's underneath the driver's seat on this side. And I'm going to turn that on right there. That's the battery shut off. turn the key right here. We got a push button start. Fuel gauge popped up when I did that, by the way. Of course, 6-volt system cranks a little bit slower, but it'll crank over and go. Sure, we're neutral. Oil pressure came right up. That was a cold start. I wouldn't expect temp gauge to be up. Gas gauge to come up. And then an amp meter. How cool is that? Those things look original. And what you're listening to, 237 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder. Kind of cool. Motor minder. That looks like that might be a little after the vintage 37 era. Turn signal indicators. Listen to this thing purr. There is a choke in there, I should say throttle in there also. I have not used that as far as throttle pull. It was pretty much turn the key on, maybe give it one pump or two, and then hit that starter button. It's fired up very well for me. All right, let's see. I want to go ahead and I'm going to get this passenger side hood panel open. There's probably a little more to see over here. I'll at least show you the engine bay, and then stick around at the very end. Jason will take this one for a drive, show you how it goes down the road. But this one's going to drive out awful nice. All right, there's that hood panel open, and I open this side up because you have the carburetor I mentioned earlier, intake and exhaust manifolds. Look how smooth that's running. You'll see it pictured both sides in the stow pictures. (1937) Packard 115C business coupe. Call us 507-386-1726. UniqueClassicCars.com. Yes, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, it's George from Motorhood Podcast at Unique Classic Cars.
Hey, and this is Jeremy, and we're here to tell you where you can find our podcast. So first off, on all the Audible platforms, including Spotify, iHeart, etc., and also right here on the YouTube channel where you can find all of our episodes,
as well as the rest of our shenanigans.
A few other fun things that we'll do.
And when in doubt, gas it. Welcome to Motorhood.
Today we're driving a beautiful 1937 Packard. This is a two-door. The lovely sloping back end, that rib on the front fenders, those giant headlights look just awesome. We have a turn signal indicator aftermarket that is mounted to the column, and that's working as it should. This car starts up easily, idles nicely right away. There's a manual transmission shifted right here on the floor. Clutch feels good. No noises in those shifts. It is a well-built machine. You gotta love the Packards. It's kind of like Cadillac, kind of like maybe a Rolls or a Bentley. They're just well-built, hand-built back then. 1937. A little bit of slack in the steering. That's expected from this era of vehicle. There's a motor minder gauge right here, and I believe that's kind of like the vacuum gauge. It's going to tell you your economy, your fuel economy, how good you're doing in a way. Now the speedometer's working. It says we're doing 35. I might be doing 35. The oil pressure is 60 right here. The amps are charging over halfway on the gauge. The temperature approximately 180, and the fuel gauge is showing a quarter of a tank. Those gauges are working great, and they look original. Beautiful cloth interior, headliner, seats, comfortable and good looking. Knurled wood grain in the dash. Beautiful paint job. The chrome is really striking on this car. The feel on the road is good. Absorbing the road's imperfections very well. Brakes smoothly and brakes straight. Once I check traffic here, looks like we'll go down the first gear and take off from a stop. After the cars. We do have wing windows on the doors to let that natural ventilation do its job. Always a good thing to have. Nice quiet ride from this car. Cornering is easy. A large steering wheel, easy to turn. Luxurious in the corners. And good acceleration. Beautiful Packard from 1937. Find all the pictures of this car at uniqueclassiccars.com.